Hi, I'm Alicia Heron, and I'm here with Garmin Ambassador Mindy Lindheim to talk about the Garmin Avionics in the Sweeps 182.
I am so excited about this airplane because it reminds me so much of my own. I love vintage aircraft and I own a straight tail 182 as well, but when you step inside the cockpit, you're greeted with Garmin aviation equipment, which just brings you right to 2025. So today I want to take you guys inside the cockpit and show you some of my favorite features of the panel.
AOPA keeps flying safe, accessible, and fun by protecting your freedom to fly. We are the most trusted one-stop resource for all things related to general aviation. Become an AOPA pilot today. Thanks to Hartzell for sponsoring this video. Hartzell carbon fiber propellers are stronger, lighter, and faster. AOPA members receive a $1,000 discount.
This is modern Garmin Avionics, a full Garmin panel. And what I really love about it is keeping the characteristic of a vintage aircraft. Nothing destroys the vintage charm of an airplane more than putting a bunch of TV screens into it. So something that I really love about Garmin is the GI 275s. That keeps the classic round dial look while adding all the new technology at the same time. This aircraft has 3 GI 275s. It has an attitude indicator, an HSI that can also overlay a moving map, and what I think is most important and one of my favorite things about the panel is the EIS, the engine monitoring system. The EIS is really important because on any aircraft, you want to know what's going on ahead of the firewall. You want to know all your engine temperatures, your CHTs, your oil temperatures to keep the engine happy and healthy and save you money in the long run to really be able to baby that engine. So that's what's really important here. I live in Las Vegas and engine temperature management is key and crucial to prolonging my engine's life. And without the engine EIS 275, I would have a really hard time managing the temperatures. Another really great thing about Garmin is the Garmin Ecosystem, meaning all the Garmin equipment and how it talks to each other. For example, I have my Garmin watch, I have my Garmin on my iPad and my mobile device on my iPhone, and have the Garmin panel, and all 3 of those things are constantly talking to each other. So in each phase of my flight, from pre-flighting, actually flying the airplane, and post-flight, all the Garmin equipment speaking to each other makes my life a lot easier. I flight plan on Garmin Pilot when I'm at home. I'm looking at weather, I'm looking at flight routes, I'm getting my whole mission together. And then once I get to the aircraft, I can wirelessly send that flight plan via flight stream straight to the panel and not have to type in a single thing. While I'm flying, I can use Garmin Pilot to change my XM radio station or look at even more engine data from the app itself in Garmin Pilot. And then once I'm done flying, my watch has recorded my whole flight and I'll be able to log my flight on my digital logbook in Garmin Pilot, and it already creates that log entry for me. So the way that Garmin all speaks to each other, and also how Garmin is the same brains no matter where you go. I fly a lot of aircraft. I fly my own 182, I fly a Citation Longitude, and a lot in between. And if it has Garmin Avionics, I can comfortably get in and be PIC that aircraft knowing that I know how to use that equipment. Another unique thing about the AOPA Sweepstakes plane that I do not have in my aircraft and I wish I did is the Smart Glide function. Garmin is really great about having lots of redundancy and extra safety features. This is just another one of those things that can help you in an emergency situation. My last favorite thing about the panel in the AOPA Sweepstakes 182 has got to be the Autopilot, the GFC 500. Autopilot is really important for aircraft like this, where you want to go somewhere, you want to get there, you want to get outside of the traffic pattern. That allows you to get much further and have so much less workload off of you as a pilot. What I've noticed with having Autopilot in my 182 is that if I were to typically be able to fly about 4 hours of a flying day, where I'm pretty exhausted at the end of that after hand flying all day, I've now almost doubled that having Autopilot because the workload is off of me. I can relax when I'm in cruise. My scan is so much better. I can properly manage my engine. I can be doing extra flight planning. My focus is elsewhere than holding the controls, which allows me to be a much safer pilot and get a lot further in my day. I am so excited for the new owner of the AOPA Sweepstakes 182, Cessna 182, to be able to enjoy all these Garmin features the way I do in my own aircraft. It keeps me safe. It's really easy for scans. It's got great digital displays, and I think that anyone would be super excited and happy to fly an aircraft just like this one.